What is the portal and YouTube channel annadataonline.com or agritradendia.com? The annadataonline.com directory is as comprehensive as a mini encyclopedia with all the information regarding the companies for trade. One can filter the companies according to one's requirements. The directory and YouTube channel is well versed with the necessary details of the company and their contact numbers, which one can use to contact them. You will find companies from food processing, horticulture, fishery, animal husbandry, livestock businesses, and much more. Our special focus is in consultancy to the investors and entrepreneurs in cost-effective commercial food processing machines set up for their business. With the ever-growing tendency of the food supply chain on the domestic and global level, it has become mandatory for the startup businesses and entrepreneurs to keep up with the trend. It's like an obligation to evoke and adapt the changes of the food processing industry. With the right kind of expertise, skill set and technical abilities, annadataonline.com gives free consultancy to assist the subscribers in making right decisions about the project. Now let us check what, why, and how. If you are looking to set up food processing machinery business, then this video is for you to guide and assist. We are also going to break down the scope of food technology and food industry. What is food processing? Food processing is the process of transforming food items into a form that can be used. It can cover the processing of raw materials into food via different physical and chemical processes. Various activities covered in this process are mincing, cooking, canning, liquefaction, pickling, macerating, and emulsification. It takes clean, harvested crops, or butchered and slaughtered animal products to produce attractive, marketable, and in several cases, lifelong food products. Why the concept comes? Food processing. Food technology is a very vast domain concerning with the production and processing of food. Food processing has certain objectives, such as it boosts the shelf life of food products, prevent food contamination, food storage and transportation, turns raw food materials into attractive, marketable products, provide employment to a large population. Food processing methods. There are certain criteria that have to be compiled for the appropriate processing of food, right from the possibility of a pest or bacteria to invade and multiply on foods to the biological activity of foods. The following methods are applied for the proper processing of food. Peeling off the outer layers of the raw materials. Chopping or slicing. Mincing. Liquefaction. Fermentation. Emulsification. Cooking. Mixing. Gasification such as the addition of a gas in bread or soft drinks. Proofing. Spray drying. Pasteurization. And the last one is packaging. Other methods of food processing. Food preservation is a process involved in food processing employed to prevent the growth of fungi, bacteria, and many other microorganisms. It involves the process of slowing down the oxidation of fats that would lead to rancidity. There are several food preservation methods that are designed specifically to preserve food. Some of the selected few preservation methods are stated below. Drying. It is one of the traditional techniques that are employed to decompose food products. Exposure of food particles to sunlight to dry them is one such method done naturally. This process would result in the evaporation of moisture content from food, thus preventing microorganisms from invading the food. Moisture from food could also be removed by using hot air. Cooling. It is a technique of preserving food by slowing down the growth of microorganisms and action of an enzyme that is responsible for the rotting of food. Some of the food products such as meat, dairy products, and fish could be stored in a refrigerator, thus increasing the shelf life of the products. Freezing. It is one of the regular processes that has been underused domestically and commercially to preserve a wide range of foods. Rapid freezing might have an adverse effect on the texture of food. Heating. The majority of microorganisms and spores could be destroyed by applying sufficient heat to food items. One of the known examples includes boiling of milk. Pickling. It is a process of preserving food in an edible and antimicrobial liquid. Pickling could be categorized into two types, namely fermentation and thermal pickling. In fermentation pickling, bacteria present in a liquid produces organic agents which would act as preservation agents. In chemical pickling, the food is preserved in an edible liquid that destroys microorganisms and bacteria. Benefits of food processing. The important benefits of food processing include: 1. Food processing reduces the number of harmful bacteria in food that can cause diseases. For example, drying, pickling dehydrates the food product and alters the pH that prevents the growth of harmful microorganisms. 2. It also improves the shelf life of food products. 3. It reduces health inequalities and major health concerns. Drawbacks of food processing. The important drawbacks of food processing include: processed food contains artificial ingredients. A large number of resources are spent in making the food pleasant to the brain that leads to overconsumption. Processed foods are the biggest source of added sugar that is very unhealthy. For more details on food processing and methods involved in food processing, keep visiting Annadata Online or AgriTrade India website or download app for further reference. Our videos and blogs also include helping the members to understand the technicalities involved in order to make food processing plant function. Our YouTube channel, Any Directory, is well experienced and helps our members to make decisions based on the ongoing trends and opportunities in the food processing industry. To promote your products and services, call 98,835 to 9154.